got Big Back here.
Big back, big back. And you got Wish as well.
Yes, I got Wish and myself Bone,
Okay.
and we're talking
Bone
about
and Wish. Oh my
conspiracy
god.
theories and people believing the media, the internet, everything they read.
Fake
Everything
news,
they
huh?
read.
Fake news.
Man,
You should do the thumbnail like you know how y'all was drawing that shit?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Draw like a Trump with fake news or some shit.
Fake news. You want real news? Come
Uh,
to the truth.
so first I'm gonna just list like a conspiracy. I guess we're gonna say if we believe it, how believable it is,
okay.
Okay.
and people that you've, I guess I want to say if you've heard these conspiracy theories from other people and how crazy they are. It's kind of like not an attack, but like a genocide on the people that believe these things. So it's kind of like
Okay.
an attack on them. Not really like I want to say an attack. 'Cause some of this stuff could actually be real with proof and stuff, but more of like the ridiculousness, like people, the precautions people take. I don't know. Some of this is just crazy shit. Like a lizard person, and now a nigga is dressing up in orange because lizards don't fucking attract to orange or some dumb shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's kind
Hillary
of
is a
like
lizard
the
person.
stories I want to hear. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear like, oh, COVID gives you heart attacks, or the vaccine gives you heart attacks.
I mean, I'll take that too. I don't even give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
But I guess we could start with one of y'all if y'all heard a conspiracy theory. My Uno's done updating, by the way, too.
Okay. Well, I was on Rocket League, but you know. Yeah, I guess that one. I mean, I could start with that one just because that one's kind of just fresh in my mind as I said it. But like the whole like people believe the vaccine, the COVID vaccine gives people heart attacks. Um,
Yeah.
and it's because like
I
people
guess
are saying, huh?
problems,
Oh yeah, problem.
medical problems. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, oh wow, like young people are getting heart attacks more than ever. Like, what's the deal with that? Like, oh, did it have to do with the vaccine that everybody told us to get during COVID? Like, is that the
Yeah.
correlation to it? And it's like, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know why people are saying that, but it's I guess an interesting, you know, point to figure out that I guess traditionally heart attacks are more for the older people and for people who are just unhealthy. So I don't know. I guess it's just interesting that that's a talking point, you know.
What about you, Isai? Did you take the vaccine?
I did get it, but I haven't. I don't think I've. Because how often are you supposed to take the booster? Because the last time I took it was like a long time ago.
Yeah, dude, I haven't taken one since maybe 2021.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I got it like once, and then I think that was it. Cause like I'm not about to go and fucking get that shit every time. Like, not
Yeah,
even cause
another
like
flu.
I believe the conspiracies. I'm just lazy on God. Like I don't even get the fucking normal flu shot every year. So why the fuck would I get the COVID one?
So do you guys but okay, so how do you guys believe it, and how believable do you think it is on a scale of 1 to 10? I guess.
On 1 to 10, I would say it's like a 3. I think it has some merit to it. Like it's not like absolutely like completely insane like how maybe some of these other ones are. But like it's also like it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like that's not why you're getting so many heart attacks now. I don't think that's but it could be. I just don't think that it is. You know, I just think that's mad stupid for someone to say. So I think it's like at a 3 for me.
Okay.
Wait, so
You,
how's
Isai?
the scaling work? It's 10 like not
Not like
believable, and then one is believable?
It is like it's absolutely believable. Like I 100% believe I've seen it with
yeah.
my own eyes. Type shit.
Oh, I think I'd agree with the scaling. That fucking what was it? Whisper? Is that what we're being called
Wish.
right
Oh my
now?
god, I can't even get my name right. Big back. It's Wish.
Whisper is wish. Okay,
Yeah.
wish said I agree because yeah, it's like come on. I wouldn't say it's just like not that believable. Like come on, man. Like I think people are on the internet too much and believing these so-called doctors that most likely aren't even doctors and just people with opinions on the internet.
Big facts.
Okay. Um, for me, I believe it's like I say a 5 to 4.
Okay.
I definitely think it could cause problems. I definitely think it has caused problems for some people.
Uh huh.
But um, I definitely think some people were dying just off of like like a
Yeah.
nigga will die on a drive by and they're like, oh, it's the COVID. No, nigga, it's not. It's fucking not.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely think it was kind of like a lot of people were just how you said just believing stupid people. Like
Yeah.
these motherfuckers aren't doctors.
Yeah.
Like it was just dumb. It's dumb stuff.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
people were injecting themselves
Um,
with hand sanitizer because Trump said so.
Dude, that's
yeah, like
crazy.
stupid stuff. Like it's just crazy. But yeah, I just don't. I've heard people say it's caused problem. People have been healthy, and I think just like any vaccine, bro, when they're rushing stuff out, of course some people are probably like test subjects. Like niggas are gonna die from it.
Oh my
But
god. Bro said it doesn't have an update yet.
nah,
Oh,
but like
really?
okay, cause like they push out a vaccine. It's like, would
Yeah.
you rather them just let us all die? And that's kind of what I didn't like about 50/50. The only thing I just didn't like was that it was mandatory in some things.
Uh-huh.
Um,
He wants to be a pure blood.
Hey,
yeah, I just didn't think like how I didn't like how it was mandatory in some things. Me personally, I didn't take it, but hey, I don't know.
It's Kate Devontae, you're still pure blood. You're still pure blood.
What was that? Who was that?
yeah,
Still
My,
pure
literally.
my
blood.
name's yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that
That's
though?
all.
That there's like, I guess it's like a thing that if you didn't take the vaccine, they call themselves pure bloods. Like, I'm dead serious.
That's pretty
Yeah.
funny. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a real
That's a good one.
fucking thing. It's crazy, but yeah, you're
That's
pure blood, brother.
dude. Shout out to being pure blood. I wish I was. I'm just kidding.
Dude, same. It shows a pure blood.
Man,
All
you're one
right,
of the lucky ones.
the next one is the Mandela effect.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that conspiracy. Wait, everybody remembers something wrong, right?
Yeah, like basically to sum it up, like Fruit Looms had a fucking they didn't have the little basket. I don't know what this shit is called, but yeah.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
underwear company, Fruit of the Loom or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
had a
basically, just
basket.
remembering something wrong. Like, hey, I remember Skechers was spelled with a T. Shit like that.
The
Yeah,
Bearstein Bears or the Bearstein, not Bearstein.
the
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Berenstein.
guess Isai can go first.
How? I think that one's very believable because people are fucking. I mean, we literally just kind of talked about it. It's like misinformation spreads so fucking hard, and then people don't bother looking anything up. That I feel like it's like that's probably like almost like a 9 out of 10 like on the rating. Like that, I feel like people really do believe like that is like a
Well,
real thing. Like that people
I guess
just
the theory is the government changes it on purpose. So
oh,
it's kind of
that's
like
the theory?
they're
No,
gaslighting
no.
it or the Matrix. I don't know. I guess things change. Like
I
like
guess. But like on well, it doesn't so it's just like about anything or does it have to be important things like
yeah, no,
maybe
no. It could
like
be anything. It could be anything. Um,
then I would say it goes all the way back to like a 2 or a 3 where it's like I don't really think the government's coming in and like changing things like that. Like come on. Like I think if it wasn't about like the government being included in the theory, then I would say it's more believable. But now that it's like the government changes what everyone remembers, it's like, come on, dude, really?
The deep
Really?
or,
state.
let me get the actual definition, so I'm not wrong. Let me see.
Because I thought it was more just I thought Mandela effect was just how everyone misremembers everything. Because it's because the whole I mean the name of it is that they thought what was his name whatever Mandela died in prison, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But that's
So
what
this is how
everyone
false
believed.
memories trick your brain into believing. That's the Mandela effect, I guess. So what about you, Dave? Do you believe the
Uh,
Mandela effect is real? And
yeah, I believe it's real, but I don't think that the like how he was saying that the government was involved in it. I don't think it's like that serious. I think it is just like how he says misinformation just compounds into them believing that it's one way that when it's really the other.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't want to like dive too deep into this, but just like a quick like yes or no. But do you guys think that misinformation can be so far that it would like change history? Like it
Yeah.
could
Yes.
like you think so? All right,
Yes.
that's
Basically.
cool. And I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with like the Mandela effect, where it's like people just believe that it was one way when it was really the other, and so then they get then they get the like the actual facts of it all 10, 20, 30 years later, and they're like, oh wow, like it was actually this way instead of we believing it was the other. But yeah, I don't think the government was involved. But yeah, out of just it being tricked, your thing, I think it's like a 9 out of 10 or a complete 10 out of 10 because yeah, like people think it was one way rather than it being the other, and it was like that the entire time. So,
I believe like 5.
okay.
Um, I would say it's 7 actually. This is the reason why. Um, I believe that Fruit Loom shit with the fucking basket, that shit is real. Niggas have really showed videos of saying, hey, this shirt was so goddamn old. This is the proof of me having it when I had that. For me, and like, I just don't see what the fuck would be the purpose of it. You
Yeah,
know,
right?
Yeah.
like, why would our government, if it was government or Matrix shit, I don't know, what would be the purpose of saying like, hey, let me change this. Let me fuck with this person. Like, there's no purpose. There's no gain from it. So that's why I
Yeah.
would believe it's like 7.
Yeah.
Also, Dave, are you gonna join?
Yeah, I've been trying to. I don't know why the fuck it's not letting me. Let me see. Every time I was trying to
Well,
click join, it's like not letting me. But yeah. I
okay.
do feel.
Well,
What the fuck? This activity isn't supported by this game. Wow. Oh, do I need to update mine too then, or what the hell's going on there? Anyways,
I'll
the
do this.
Mandela effect. Yeah, I do agree that it is. It's a real thing, but man,
Okay.
because like again,
Um.
like I think like you know how with what is it, the Fruit Loops, right? You know
Mm,
how they have like the toucan bird right now,
Yeah.
but they've always
mm,
had it, but like it's like a different design. People might only know that of the design from before, so now when they see the new design, they're like, wasn't it always like this? And then maybe it never was like that, and it was always like the whole logo, and it's like no, but it was like that. And like with the Fruit of the Loom, they just changed the design. Like it definitely did have the little basket thing. That was for real, for real. Like I
yeah.
remember it
Yeah.
having it, and so for them to be like, no, it never was like that. Like of course that's a lie, but like, and I don't know why a government would do that. Like I think they think of it as, or
Like, what do
maybe
they gain from doing that?
yeah, what do they gain from doing that? You know, or if at any point, if I had to include the government into it, the conspiracy theory, I would
Mm,
change it from a 9 to like maybe like a 2 or 3. Only the reason why I would say like a 2 or 3
yeah.
that it's not like a 1 or a 0 is because maybe if they were doing it, they would just be like, oh, how far can we go with this? Like, how far can we like make the people believe one thing even though they know it's another, almost like brainwashing type thing. Like, how far can we really go with it? And we'll try like just starting out with brands first, and then we'll go on with like flavors. Like, oh, chocolate never used to taste like this. Chocolate used to always taste like this, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but that's like again, that's like a waste of time. Like, why do that? You know? But
Yeah.
but yes, I would say without the government, 9 out of 10. With government, like 2 to 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um. Let's get into some more political ones, I guess, or crazy ones.
All right.
Uh, President Trump's assassination attempt was fake.
Oh wow, I love that one. I think it was fake.
I will let yeah, Wolf can go first.
Yeah, I think it was fake. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that that was a ploy to get him some points to
Yeah.
to sway his in his direction. And it's just like because there's just so many things that went wrong in the whole assassination portion of it. Like, there's no reason, and I mean this wholeheartedly, because like, if Obama was in there, even Biden to right now, like, you could even say Bush, Clinton, before all that, whatever. Ain't nobody gonna have a sniper like within 100 meters of the place of where the president is, and it's been like that ever since JFK died, bro. Like ever since he got shot, or even like
Yeah.
and Nixon. I know he got assassinated, not assassinated, but he got shot or some shit like that. I don't know. Reagan, it was one of them.
It
But
was
ever since
Reagan.
then, like, and even then, the security, what is it, what is that shit called? The Secret Service,
Secret Service,
like,
yeah.
yeah. Them letting him like pose essentially for the camera, right? By having his fist up in the air near like an American flag to create this like crazy image to be like, oh my god, he's really fighting for our country, like he took a bullet for us. It's like
Mm.
I don't know. I think it was fake to a degree because it's like there's no way that they just let that happen nowadays. Like that's just not how it goes. Like you expect me to believe uh after 9/11 that any other plane after that is ever gonna hit another building and not being planned? Get the hell out of here, bro. Like come on, like that's just not gonna happen anymore, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
so no. There's no way that shit was not fake. At least to some degree, bro. Like
So
I don't know.
believable, you believe it's 10 fake.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it was
Yeah,
fake
okay.
as hell.
We got Isai's turn. Isai's,
Wow. Just
what do you think
dox me,
about
why
it?
don't you? No, I agree. I think it's literally what he was saying. I honestly think it's planned because you, it's like you got to think of all the factors of. You're telling me this happened right around like the election months, when everyone's trying to get their popularity and their votes up and all that before the election. And it's like, I mean, he pulled this. He's just pulling a Reagan, but in the sense of not like Reagan's assassin. I don't know if his assassination attempt is also like a fucking conspiracy that it was planned, but like in the sense of that it boosted his votes in the poll, and I think that's
Yeah.
literally what they were trying to recreate here.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it's like I think even when they were reporting on the guy who tried to shoot him, people were like that knew him were just saying that it seemed like something he would never do, which I think is a perfect example of like what like why did he do it? Like come on, they just probably found the craziest person they could find or something to do this, and it's like come on, man, like he's just trying to
yeah.
and then he threw the pose out, and then it's just like you're telling me, and then there are the reports of their people being like recording the guy up on the tower, and then them basically reporting it to like police or Secret Service or whoever the people who saw him up on the tower reporting them to, and they did nothing about it. Like, come on, dude. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I think I really don't know. Cause let's be real, this nigga's a hated nigga, bro. He's top hated niggas in America probably right now.
True.
But,
But I know he just stopped right
Like,
there.
but
definitely what y'all saying is 100% true. Those are questions I asked. You said what?
Because you said he was a top hated fella, and then you just stopped right there.
it's
Oh,
yeah,
oh, I think it was just cut out for some reason. But I was saying, the reason why I would put it A because I think he is definitely hated. I would see why someone would want to murder him. Please don't come to my
Yeah.
house. But
Yeah.
it's like just like how y'all said, like, bro, who the fuck and why would the CIA not push this big nigga off of the stage? This is not like a joke. If this is a real
Exactly.
assassination shit, this shit is your life, nigga. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why would we let him sit here and pump his fist in the air, shit like that? Some of the things that I didn't understand, um, about the article or what they said, and this is why what kind of started making me think it was fake, was that he was shot with an AR-15. I think there is size 22. I don't know if y'all know like bullet size, but 22 I think it's called 22L or whatever. It's a
yeah,
real
Those are
small
massive, bro.
bullet. I
yeah,
think
The
those
small?
can be AR guns, but it said AR-15.
Yeah.
From what I know, an AR-15 shoots 223s
That's what
and
I'm saying.
5.56. Those are
Those
big ass bullets,
those are
bro.
massive, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you get hit with it, it's like that's not gonna just fucking like
Nick your
nick your
it's not
ear.
like back
nick
in the
your
brain.
ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, I don't really think it was real, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Uh, like that's what makes me question it. But I would understand if it was real, because it was like the nigga's a hated nigga, bro. But yeah, like how Isai said, you got everybody saying he wouldn't do that. They have no
Yeah,
motive.
You know
Uh,
what's crazy? People are like, he lived because God saved Trump, and I'm like, that is that is a bad line of thinking, because like that doesn't
I
even
ain't
make
gonna
any
lie.
sense.
Niggas are crazy, bro. Like
God's with
crazy.
Trump, vote for Trump. I'm like, dude, just oh my God, that's not how that works.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I think it was fake. The next one, reptile people control our government and
Oh my
other
God.
politicians.
Honestly, dude, that's like a two for me, dude. I just it's just interesting that like even like let's say like 10, 15 years ago, how good like technology was to like fake some shit like that. But like
Yeah.
there's no reason something like that would ever exist. And maybe that's just me being naive, but like reptile people, like that's what we're going with. As that's what's gonna
That's
be our world. Like it's not like I don't know, that's just crazy to me. I would say a two for me because that's just outrageous. You know what? Not fuck that. I think it's like a one, like because it's 1 to 10, right? Or is it 0 to 10?
Yeah, yeah, 1 to 10, 1 to 10.
Yeah, it's a one. And there's absolutely no rhyme or reason for it to be. And we're going up against AI, so it's fitting, bro. But yeah, that's ridiculous to me. What about y'all? What y'all think about that?
Uh, yeah, that shit's a two. Like, and it's so funny because it's just dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
It's dumb as fuck, bro. All the evidence I see of this shit is like, oh, did you see his eyes?
oh my
That was
God.
fake. And then
yeah,
it's like camera. It's something with the camera. Or it's like some AI shit or lighting. You know? It's like,
yeah,
bro, how how low have niggas failed? Like falled?
yeah,
Like you know? Uh, s- yeah. And I just hear people talking about it. Like every time I argue this with someone, they're like, the first thing they say. I swear to, bro. I swear, this is the first thing they say. So you believe we're the only people on the planet? Come on, like, come on, dog. Like, it's such a dumbass theory to me. Like it's such, and people are crazy because AI has gotten so out of control that these niggas actually believe this shit is real.
yeah.
Like actually, to branch off. Well, no, I guess that's conspiracy theory too. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Isai thinks about that.
I think I think people are so just don't want to come to the conclusion that maybe the country is just run terribly by corrupt politicians that they have to make up in their mind why everything is bad. I think that's so I would say it's like a like you guys say a two or one whatever. It's just not I don't believe it. It's not real. People just want to come up with some crazy bullshit because they don't want to admit that as a country we're just not that good, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like we gotta blame it on things that just just don't matter, don't exist. Make things up, external things.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. That is 100% facts. So the next theory, the CIA killed John F. Kennedy.
Oh my God.
Um, because okay, so my honest opinion on that, because I'm not well versed in like, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I think honestly, I that's like a 6 or a 7 to me. I could genuinely believe that the CIA or like the government themselves didn't want bro to go with whatever his plans were in his I guess tenure or his presidency. That they believed he was such a I guess
Right?
like a controversial figure to the point where it's like, oh, we want to kill this guy. And another thing is like that whole statement about like, oh, how is it that his name was fuck, who was the guy that killed him? Whatever.
Oh,
I could
I
look it
can't
up.
remember his name.
I forget his name, but yeah, that guy. He's saying like, oh, how could he have gone from this room to where he shot him at this specific angle, and then go to another room so quickly with the same gun and do that? It's like that whole conspiracy with that in itself. So it's like I could believe it to be true that maybe the CIA really did want to kill him with that. But again, I don't really know too much about his presidency. I don't know how like how controversial or how like deep his motives were in changing the country to the point where maybe people wanted him dead. But yeah, I think it could be a real thing.
The guy's name was Lee Harvey.
Lee Harvey Oswald. There you go.
Yeah, I just knew it was like
Yeah,
Oswald or something.
I definitely believe it could be true.
Yeah.
Mine is kind of like higher, I guess. It would be 8, because the
Yeah.
CIA's done some fucked up shit, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah.
just documents and everything. I think them niggas have definitely fucked over a lot of people. With that being said, yeah, that's pretty much a. I've heard people be not really crazy. I want to give a crazy title to them, but they definitely had some good evidence, like how you said, the angles, stuff like that. Uh, my question is, how do these niggas always try to replicate uh these things or conspiracies that are happening? Do niggas go up to the site and build a replica of like the actual building?
Yeah. Probably.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. What about you, Isai?
I don't know. I think yeah. Let's just play devil's advocate and be like, I mean, because it's the same thing. Like David says, like I'm not really entirely well versed on like the events that happened, so I wouldn't really know if it was because not in the aspect of like what happened, but more in what exactly he was trying to push as in like policies and stuff like that that made him such a threat that the FBI or whatever CIA wanted to kill him. Because
Yeah.
you know, you think you would know about that. If there was a big reason for him to be killed, you think them going, because the biggest thing about him are is his assassination. It's not even like what type of things he was trying to push or like what he did as president. I feel like what's more known is that he died, other than anything else. Because it's like that's what I would want to know. What was he trying to push that made them want to kill him? That's why I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's like you can believe it. I would only believe it if I knew exactly what his policies were. That's what I would say. So I would say it's like a 4 for me out of like 10 or something of being believable.
Yeah.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Um, the next one, 9/11 was an inside job.
Dude.
Definitely.
You already know that as the jet fuel can melt still beams. So
Exactly.
oh man, I don't know. That's always like for real. I don't think it was an inside job. I truthfully don't think so. Only because it's like if it was, it'd be kind of the most craziest thing I think that should would ever have happened because that fundamentally have changed everything about flights, like everything you know about TSA, and maybe
Yeah.
that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted to push this new thing, but if they did, like just push it anyways. Like you don't have to like create a whole big thing and then therefore go into a war because of that, right? They're already in a war essentially with them, but like that like effectively pushed more people into Afghanistan, into Iraq, and stuff like that. So I don't know if it was for that reason that they would want to have created an event like that. But regardless, yeah, I think that, and because it's like those people, those like the people that had like perpetrated that whole situation, the guys that like suicide bombed themselves in there, I don't think they would have been hired for that job if they were American. I don't know, I don't know. I guess honestly, to me, if I had to put a ranking, I would say if it was an inside job, maybe like a 3 or 4, because
Oh,
it
sure.
could have
Okay.
been done. But nah, dude, it just don't make any sense to me for that to have been a thing.
Okay. Okay. Um, my opinion on it is like, damn, it's so much evidence. I think, me personally, I think it is 7.
Okay.
Um, the reason why I think it's a 7 is because I don't put it past the government. I don't know. Like
True.
these
True.
niggas do some crazy shit. Um, when it came to suspicion, this is why I think it was an inside job. I don't know about the pilots and shit, but it's like these are my points, and these are the points I've heard from other people. Um, the buildings, the way they collapsed, building 7 or some shit. I don't know what it was called. how
Yeah.
it collapsed weird. Um, what was another one? So basically, I guess they had lost 2 trillion or some shit like that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
And I
misplaced two
guess
trillion, two
apparent,
something trillion dollars.
yeah, apparently when they lost that shit, they also bombed or like they hit the Pentagon
Mhm.
and directly where all the files were with the 2 trillion. I guess it was something that what was it called? It was basically something like it destroyed all the documents. So $2 trillion was lost.
Yeah.
So like the you know
Hmm.
what else was on? Me personally, the way I think about it is like okay, mind you, I'm pretty sure they got planes in the Middle East, right? But if you look at the Middle East and how they claim the Middle East to be, you're
Yeah.
telling me that these niggas that don't have running essential shit is gonna know how to drive a plane, drive it all the way here, run it into a building? Like it's kind of
True.
a little sketchy.
They have
That's
no
kind of
pilots
why
like
I
that.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I kind of would be like, eh. But then again, you just never know. So, yeah, I would definitely say 6 or 7 for me.
Well,
I don't know how Axel feels about it.
I was gonna go full devil's advocate. They did it. They fucking did it, dude. He
the
just wanted to start a war with the Middle East. He wanted all
yeah.
that oil.
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
also interesting as well as that like that exact day. Um. Okay, well, I want to put this point out, and then I get another point after. But at that exact day, Bush was like at a like he was somewhere like completely away, right? Like he was in a school, right? Like
He was
teaching
reading
young
to the
children.
school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like, oh, wow, like he cares so much about the children, you know. And then like for him to be like, there was like this big whole thing that happened in America, and for him there was like some cameras there with him, right? So he's like, oh, maybe if I devise a plan to be here or whatever, right? Okay, sure, that could be a case that like maybe it was planned, but nah, dude. Another thing that I think is interesting is like how new angles of this shit like come out every year, like shit that you don't see like you know what I'm saying? It's
No,
like
facts, facts,
so it's
facts.
like if
I
if
seen a
you're
nigga waving. They pointed
yeah
out on Twitter a nigga waving. They got a picture of a nigga waving. I said that's crazy.
yeah, and it's like shit like that is interesting because it's like if it like how do you have different angles of this shit that have happened 20 30 or not, okay like 20 years later you're seeing shit that happened 20 years later different angles and it's like yeah it was a big time event and people obviously were affected by it so they're going to want to put out the recordings of it but damn like to have that many cameras at that time I don't know maybe it was planned you know what I'm saying because it's like they want to have eyes on that at that point be like oh this is one of the biggest tragedies in America never forget this whole thing so yeah, I feel you on that. It could very well have been an inside job.
Can't melt steel beams, man. They lost the money. They wanted to start a war.
Yeah.
They wanted to scapegoat Middle Eastern people so they would. Because see, that's the crazy thing is like they were. I think after Vietnam, a lot of citizens were actually really against the U.S. going to war. And then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, you're telling me everyone, because I think they probably did want an excuse to go to war with the Middle East over oil. I know that's usually what people say, but it's like, come on, dude. Like, why wouldn't they do that? It's oil.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then, like,
and
just to go and attack
yeah, yeah.
to get, like, the excuse is like, there's terrorists in there and we're gonna get them. But it's like, come
What
on, that
started
was
the
their time.
Vietnam War though? Was it
They didn't, Russia was there and they didn't want Vietnam to become like a communist country. So the US was sent in there to help. I don't remember the name of the ones opposing the Viet Cong, but basically the people who were opposing the Viet Cong. And then we got involved by actually like sending troops and stuff like that. But the whole thing is just they didn't wanted to stop communism from spreading because of the Cold War.
dumb as fuck? Uh, yeah, that's dumb as hell.
Yeah, that's
What I
literally
was
it.
gonna say, and this is why I believe that it's two different things of why everybody felt like that. You know, Americans have this thing that, and this was like really pushed. Like, I don't know if this is considered propaganda, but like, oh, these motherfuckers attacked us. They attacked citizens. They attacked
Mhm.
America. You know, so everybody was like, yeah, yeah, fuck the Middle East. I think that was more of like how they got them to be so for this war. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, he did. Bush did
Yeah,
say they have weapons of mass destruction. Literally what he
yeah.
said.
They don't. What the fuck, these niggas, bro? If they come on, bro, and that was so stupid to really think about. If you really sat there and think about that shit as an American, these niggas have weapons of mass destruction. Why not use them? Why use the planes and fly them in there? That's like,
Why
bro,
fly a
people
plane to
don't
a
fucking
building?
think. Like, it's really stupid people on this earth, bro.
Yeah, and I think the people he riled up to want to go to war were also like, because when I was working at Sam's Club, there's a lot of older guys whose parents were in the Vietnam War, and I think they were still like very much against the war, like even the whole Israel and whoever fuck they're arguing with thing. They're like, oh, that's stupid. Like, we shouldn't send troops over for that and like support, because like they grew up in that mindset of being against war because they had family and loved ones dying in that war over like stupid shit. So I
Yeah,
feel
I'll
like,
make another lobby.
yeah, I think it was like the people who he was trying to appeal to like the newer generation after that generation to like support the war, because they're the ones who were young and like actually kind of matter in that situation. They would get the
Yeah,
support, because they're the ones who are actually gonna go to war.
yeah, and I think a lot of the yeah, 100%, 100%.
Oh, we're not going to Rocket
Uh,
League.
oh, you want to go to Rocket League?
Oh, I thought
Well,
that's
yeah, we
what
can
you
go to
said. My
Rocket
fault.
League. Uh, another the Sandy Hook shootings were fake.
What the fuck?
Some of the school shootings are fake.
All right. Well,
In what way? Like in what way? Like the kids don't die? Like what?
Some people believe. I think Alex Jones spoke on this too. That
Oh yeah, he's getting sued for that.
there's crisis
disaster
actors.
crisis actors.
Yeah, there's crisis actors, people that they've seen multiple times at these shootings.
Oh my God.
People that aren't crying. Like various shit. Not saying that the shootings aren't real specifically. I guess some people
Like
believe
the
people
news
broke their
reported
car,
on it is not real.
or there's two things I've heard. These are just some of the theories I'm gonna throw out. The kids never died. That was one.
Oh my God.
The schools are fake. The events are fake. The crisis actors, there's actors in same things, like at same events. Um, what else? That someone did shoot, like they sent shooters. Like it's a whole lot of things. But yeah, that's one of the theories.
Um, honestly, out of 10, I would have to say that's a one. That's egregious. I think it's crazy to think that something like that could be faked, considering you know the majority of people who do school shootings are of the Caucasian race and ethnicity. And so maybe they'll try anything to cover up the fact that they commit a lot of
They're the
school shootings.
problem.
Yeah, and therefore they want to go as far as say, oh, the whole thing is fake. We plan everything to the T to make sure that nobody's really hurt, guys. We're sending this guy to jail for another reason. He's not really going to jail for killing 10, 15, like 6, 7 year olds. No, he was something wrong. He was doing this. He was doing that. Which is the thing. But yeah, nah, I think that's a ridiculous claim to make that it was fake
Okay.
or planned. Nah.
You say?
Yeah, there's no way it would be fake. I mean, I think the whole actor thing is believable because I think that
Yeah,
has been reported in other like instances of like of what news reporting. But I
Yeah.
still don't think that makes it like the school the kids never died and the shootings never happened. Like, come on, man. I think the actor thing, yeah, I think that has happened because I don't know how that shit works, but I mean, I'd imagine that they do it because it's like, let's be honest, who's gonna want to give a news report after like their kid almost died or their kid did die? So they're gonna be hiring
Oh yeah.
actors to act, to respond to these stupid questions that the news outlets want to fucking ask.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
facts.
I never even thought of it like that. That's actually a good point. Uh, yeah, because a lot of people that was like their biggest thing. Oh, well, why hire actors and say um, these people had kids and stuff like that. So I never actually thought about it like that. That's actually a good way to think about it. Like, who would want to fucking give an interview with the dumbass news people about their child dying? It's
Yeah,
insane.
like their kid just dying. Like you're gonna do an interview? Like no.
Yeah. Um, I definitely believe that it's like a one. Cause like how you said, we're gonna just do fake a bunch of kids' deaths. Like this shit would have been, it would have been just like, like someone would have been came out and been like, "That's my niece and my nephew. That shit's fake as fuck," or, like I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Um, I guess so. Some other theories we have here. The Earth is flat.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's a 10 for me. Of course it's flat.
If
You guys don't believe it's round?
smiling friends prove that it was flat, so it's flat.
Yeah, true. I watched a show that told me that it was flat, so I believe them now. Nah, dude, that's crazy. Um,
The
hey
flat
man,
earthers actually piss me off. I got to rant about these niggas too.
yeah. So I'll just say quickly. 1 out of 10. No way. There's no way in hell that it's flat. I don't get anyone who would ever believe that. But yeah,
I
that's
can
me.
understand why, but the uh, I don't know. I don't know. Like my personal thing is I can understand why, but the thing about the flat earthers that piss me off so bad is that they don't even think. And then when you bring logic to these niggas, they don't even fucking like.
You're
They're so
brainwashed. You're
stuck in their ways.
brainwashed.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um. I definitely think it's a one. It's a one for me.
yeah.
Maybe a two, if anything. But yeah.
What about you?
What about you, East?
Yeah, basically. I mean, like, there's even been a lot of videos of like flat earthers trying to prove that the earth is flat and then them doing tests using actual math. They're just, yeah, at math
Yeah.
basically to be like, well, if we do this, this means it's flat. But if we do this and this happens, it's mean it's not. And they literally get disproven right there and then. And there's
Yep.
video
Yeah.
proof of this, and people still believe that the earth is flat. And it's like, come on, man. Come on.
Or it'd be like, they'll be like, well, I was on a plane and it didn't curve. Huh?
You know what's crazy though, of like not saying that like I can see why people believe the earth is flat because having driven, cross country fucking twice and seeing how a lot of like these middle like, these fucking states like in the middle of the country are are really flat. I could see why people are so fucking stupid and can think the earth is flat. Because if you've driven through here through like these fucking states. Holy shit, dude, they're fucking flat as shit. Like they're really flat. Like all you see is just
No
flat
mountains.
land. No, dude, no fucking mountains. Like
No
at
mountains.
all. Yeah, no fucking
Crazy.
mountains or anything. And you gotta remember, like most of these motherfuckers live on farms for probably like their whole life.
Yeah.
So, because a lot of here, like we're even where I live right now, it's a lot of farmland. There's no fucking mountains. It's a lot of farmland. Like the
That's
area
all
we
they
live
know.
in, yeah, the area we live in, it's literally like you drive 10 minutes, right? Elementary school, middle school, high school, all within the same area.
Dude.
And most of these people probably never leave the state. So
Yeah.
yeah, like, there's just I can see why they believe it, but I'm not trying to justify their stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
I've argued with some of the flat earth niggas and it's just
Oh my
like,
God,
why,
it's
bro?
fucking crazy. It really is flat though. Like fucking that's why they have windmills out here because with all the wind they're getting, like shit.
dude,
Yeah.
they like just take a look outside. Tell me what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
man,
you mean
that's
to
like
tell me it's
their
not that
whole
everywhere?
theory, and it'd be like, well, NASA, the only one I could even a little bit agree with is that I guess in the Bible it says something about being in a dome, but other than
Being
that,
in a
like
dome is
I just
insane.
don't, I don't know, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Like I can't take
never
them
be
niggas
me.
serious, bro.
No, literally.
Oh my god, I passed it. But yeah, that shit's stupid. Okay, I guess we can do this one. The New World Order or the Illuminator.
Illuminator, the Illuminators.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Them boys. Um, See, because this is, I think that's real. I don't think that the whole the reptile people are leading our government. I think that there are a class of elites that are now. I mean, it's been like that for like maybe for the last like 40, 50 fucking years here, at least in this country.
Yeah.
Um, to to like lead this world, whatever. That it's just basically if you have the money, you're gonna be you're in a position of power to where you dictate everything that happens
Mm.
in this world. And I
Yeah.
think that's where the New World Order or the Illuminators that's where they thrive, right? I think that's just what they are. But yeah, that's just my belief on that. So I'd say maybe a 7 or 8 on that for me.
Okay, okay. EC.
Easy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I could believe it. It's like it's more believable to think that there's a like just people who have more money than you or more influence in some way. Because it's like, let's be honest, like I don't think a lot of people would even know about all these like wealthy families that come from old money. You know, like during the time of like the colonies, specifically like the United States, because you know that's what we're talking about. But it's like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised that some of these people wouldn't know who like these people are related to from like hundreds of years ago, and then they could be the ones who are actually like secretly
What's up, Cash?
controlling things, you know, controlling things like in the back, in the from the shadows, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's not that unbelievable. I would say, yeah, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. Let's do that.
Yeah. Uh, I'm giving it 10. These motherfuckers worship the devil.
They worship the devil.
um, I definitely believe in it. I don't necessarily. Okay, my thing is, I don't necessarily believe that these niggas, a lot of them, because, bro, we're gonna get into the all the people that we're just saying, stating all the course, and then we're gonna start saying the problem with these people. Um, bro, I just think that it's like they have their clans. It's like okay, like us, right? If we're going to school or something, we're not gonna let the random nigga come in our group, and we're not gonna use jokes and invite him to the group chat and shit. So I definitely think that that's the way it works with high wealthy people. Like,
Yep.
uh, why would they do certain things that probably are crazy? We can never even think of. Why
Yeah.
would they want some outsiders coming in? Um, Another good point that I've heard on this theory is that how people say they sell their souls, whatever. That
Yeah.
it's not saying like they literally sell their souls, but it's more of like a figuratively. I guess you can say if you're religious, like you know, you believe in the Bible and stuff like that. You're selling your soul because you're.
Oh my god. What a fucking play. Yeah. Continue.
I think his
Out here
there you go.
fucking LGBTQ monsters. Yeah, and it's like they're just doing a bunch of unsinful or unholy things. But I definitely think it's real. Mine would be a 10. I just don't know the greater aspect on it. Like I don't know, but I definitely think they control a lot of shit. That's why I think a lot of our politicians control like stocks, stock
Yeah.
market. That shit's just crazy to think about. Like, how would you know that nigga Coca Cola is about to crumble and you should pull all your stocks out? It's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
Well,
I just don't know on the greater scale. With that being said, I've heard people just when it comes to that shit, people are so like naive and so much living in fear. It's ridiculous. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of annoying. Like I get sent so many people, and I've argued with so many people that some things aren't. And I think the problem with that is that everybody believes like everything is devil worshiping or
Oh
everything
my
is
God.
like
Yeah.
mind control or some shit, and it's so
Mm.
fucking ridiculous, bro. It's like
Yeah.
it- some things are just the way some things are,
Yeah.
like I was arguing with this one dude about like rap music, and he was basically saying like, which I agree, sometimes they may promote certain things, violence towards it, but he was saying all the music they promote all the music, they do all the music like this. And I'm like, bro, some niggas just like rapping about that, like if
Yeah.
I'm rapping about sexual things, maybe I'm a sexual person. That doesn't
Maybe
mean
you're just a
someone's
pervert.
pushing
Yeah.
it on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
So for
if I rap about killing people,
Maybe
maybe
you're just a murderer.
I'm a nigga that grew up around that and I've seen that. Like yeah, like bruh, these niggas be like, oh no, that was the government. Or Katy Perry, yeah, yeah,
Katy
or like
Perry's boobs
who
are
we fuck
fake.
with. Yeah, oh, you see that triangle on her head? Yeah,
I'm
she's
dead.
taken. Like,
She's
bro, it's not that
taken.
deep.
She's
Or
dark
you know what?
horse.
Okay,
Not that
you
deep.
know what is another thing that's crazy too? Hold on, give me 1 second. You guys remember when what's it called? John Cena, he like did that thing at the Oscars or whatever. He like got naked
Oh,
and
the
What the fuck?
humiliation
the
thing,
humiliation.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
quote
So people were
unquote.
saying like, you know how like all of a sudden John Cena's like in a bunch of movies, all this, all of that, and that like his
Yeah,
Yeah.
initiation into the bigger like scope of things, the bigger scope of the picture is like that's like the first step is to humiliate yourself, which is
yeah,
either doing some shit for them like being naked on stage or taking a role as a fucking whatever, right? Like so they to humiliate yourself first. It'd be like so they could know like, oh, we could control you in that way, that maybe okay, sure, we'll let you in, but know that we have this on you because of all the stuff that you wanted to do for
yeah,
us like this. So I mean, it's definitely something that is could happen.
yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah. I just think it's so like oversaturated. I don't know if that's the term, that it makes the real things or the important things dumb. Like it
yeah,
makes people look at you like, nigga, you're crazy because you
yeah,
guys blow everything up. But that, yeah. Um, like I've heard people, these motherfuckers that believe in this shit is crazy, bro. Like, and then another one I had, he was saying that they want to kill us all, and my whole thing was like, let's say they wanted to kill us all right now, right?
yeah,
These
Yeah.
motherfuckers got all their what are those things called? The black jets, the orbital VSAT shit. I don't know, something they just blow shit up with, right? That we can't
Yeah.
see. If they decide to fly that shit over, what are we gonna do, bro? There's nothing we're gonna do. There's nothing we can do.
yeah.
Literally nothing. So it's just like I'm tired of people living in fear and like always trying to and ruin your enjoyment,
Yeah.
like and saying you can't listen to this or this or this is that. Like just shut up, bro.
No,
But yeah,
literally, that
what's
makes no
some
sense.
other ones? Uh, I don't know if y'all familiar with the MK Ultra, but I'm gonna just put this in the same category. Weather, government can control the weather.
No.
You don't think
I
so?
don't.
Man,
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, no, I wouldn't, I don't believe,
the government controlling the weather. Hmm.
Controlling the
Uh,
weather and causing natural disasters.
Honestly, probably not. I would say that's a more of a three to me because that's just like yeah, I don't know like how can someone okay, another thing. I know that people like in I think China like trying to build their own sun or something. So that's interesting for that. But yeah, I don't know. That sounds very unbelievable. The only thing that I could say like oh that would ever kind of make sense is just like for how you say like those natural disasters, if they were to and they're just doing that because they're like okay, well maybe this area deserves it because they haven't been paying their taxes or this area because whatever,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But yeah, I think that's fucking crazy. That's outrageous. That's like a two or a three to me. I can't believe that. What about you?
I think for me it's a 5.
Okay.
I think it definitely could be possible. I just don't know, but like, I mean, I guess I don't know why they would use it, but it would make sense on the aspects of a more of like a war tactic. You know, like, okay, we're gonna snow these motherfuckers out, or we're gonna do this. That's where I could see it being used. Why it would be used on us, I don't fucking know. I kind
Yeah.
of don't care, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about it. So I would just say five. Like, I don't think it's not possible at all, but I also don't think that it's not too far fetched. I guess
Yeah.
I'm just in the middle. Like, I'm in the middle.
What about you, Big Back?
I like wow Devontae said that like if it was a thing, it would definitely be being used by the military against
Yeah.
enemies versus like it being used on its citizens. Because I think as a tactic in war, that would make more sense than like I don't think it like you
Civilians.
because I don't think people understand that if they're really like trying to kill the population or like pull, because you know how everything's been getting like contaminated with some sort of like sick disease or some shit. I don't think people understand like if we all if they were really trying to kill us all off and they wanted us to die, okay, and then who's gonna work to like just keep the country flowing? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't really make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah.
Like if we all died off because they fucking decided to kill us with E. coli in our fucking romaine lettuce. Like, come on, dude. It has nothing to do with them wanting to fucking like kill us. It's just like it's just
Yeah. If anything,
oh
I
my
feel like
God.
it's more control than anything.
Yeah, it just fucking happens. But the whole point is just like it definitely would be in the process of like the military right now. And there's no I think I could believe maybe they may like make like a cloud or make a cloud rain, but I don't think they're gonna be causing like volcanoes to erupt or like earthquakes causing tsunamis to fucking like dis destroy like Japan or just you know what I mean? Like that's not
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
not happening. Maybe they make a cloud, but I wouldn't believe that they make a fucking like a giant ass earthquake happen or something like that.
Oh,
yeah. The next theory is we got like three more.
okay.
The next theory is Las Vegas shooting was fake.
God.
Hmm. I would say a one. I think it was not fake. I think that shit was real as fuck. I think like most of the shootings really are real, except
Yeah,
for that Trump
that's
one.
kind of how I feel. The
Um,
only thing is, my bad to cut you off, but I think the only thing that is kind of fishy is how many shots he was shooting. Like, I
true.
think it was
Them
some
rounds were going
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the nigga hit like I don't know how many niggas died. I gotta look this up, but it was like a mass shooting, and I think to do all that it would be nuts. But I don't know.
Yeah. For me, it's just 1 out of 10. But what about for you?
I said three, three.
Yeah.
Because who knows if other people got involved? But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. It's not something I would argue because niggas definitely died. That's one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Uh, yeah, and it's kind of just niggas died either way, so it's not really fake.
Yeah. Literally. And it's.
Um,
Uh-huh.
I guess the theory specifically more so was that there's multiple shooters, but
Um. Okay, so like that, if it is multiple shooters, I could see that being a thing. Like it's all pinning on one guy, right? Um, like oh, the guy is a fucking gambler. He lost it all, so I'm just gonna start shooting everybody and just pin on this one guy.
yeah, I don't know the reason it was either. I don't know what the
Yeah, yeah,
reason it
yeah.
was.
So like if there was multiple, because like how you said, there was a lot of rounds being shot. Like I kind of like it was crazy because like people at first were like what the hell's going on? Like 'cause it was
Yeah,
a
I gotta see how
concert.
many people died in it.
Yeah,
It
so
was
it's
a
like, is this
lot.
part of the concert? Yeah, is this a concert? Like, and is this part of the concert? Like, what the fuck's happening here?
A
And
thousand rounds, killing 60 people and
yeah,
wounding
see,
413.
and like they're all like really packed
That's
close
a lot of
together.
niggas.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean,
and
yeah. Then again, they were packed together, but that's a lot of niggas.
yeah, so if it's like, oh, there's a conspiracy theory about the fact that there's maybe more than one shooter, I can see that being
Yeah,
a thing. I can see that more possibility than the whole thing being faked. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, most definitely, I would say that's more like a six to me. That there was multiple shooters. You know?
Yeah. It's still for me like a three, 3 to 4.
And Big Back, what do you guys say about this?
I don't know. I think you guys have mostly said everything. I guess I could just give my score, which would be like a two.
Okay.
I could see another shooter, but yeah, like I mean, wasn't he using like a big what is it called? Like a like actual like fucking like a light machine gun? Isn't that what he was using?
I do.
I don't even
He let
fucking
that thing
remember, bro.
blow with
I don't even know
steam.
it. Yeah, I don't know
Um,
what he was shooting.
Because
I
if
don't
I
remember.
think that's what it was that he was using.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me see. But if it was something like that, I could believe why that was like a lot of bullets because those things shoot like crazy. But then, yeah, I guess in a panic, he probably would have time to fucking reload and then fucking shoot more people.
yeah.
Yeah, because you got to think if he had like, even if he had like a regular AR, I think they have 200 rounds, 100 round clips. So I think it could be a thing. Uh, I don't know what he was shooting, but yeah. The next one is Jeffrey Epstein faked his death, and there was or is an island full of the Geppettos.
Um,
Geppetto.
I
I
think you have to say it like that so you don't get kicked off of
yeah,
YouTube or jalapenos. I don't know.
Well,
yeah,
Penguins, I'm dead.
jalapenos. Um, I do believe the second part. I don't know about the first part. I think the first part is more likely to be false than the second part because of the fact that I do think that he had to be the fall guy at some point, and I think maybe either he or whatever knew that because obviously he was with some very powerful people, right? Like this is some shit
Yeah,
that nobody should be playing with. So obviously they're probably like, well, at some point this guy's gonna have to take the fall because it's just gonna get out. But
yeah,
yeah, I do think that the island full of them, I think that's for that ranking, I would give that like a 7 out of 10. Because yeah, that's just crazy. Um, and I feel like I've read a little bit on that, and I think um the things that I found is kind of incriminating. But him faking his own death, nah, I think he's actually dead.
uh, yeah. I think so too.
Yeah, I think
I
they
definitely
killed him.
agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they got that nigga up out of there. Cause he was gonna testify and everything.
He
I
was
think
gonna
they
rat
got
against
that.
everyone. Like, come on.
yeah, literally.
Yeah. So I'd say 10. The island. I would say. I would say 9.5. I definitely believe it happens.
Yeah,
Um. I don't know what shit was going on there. Faking his death.
no,
I mean, hey, I really don't know. I would say faking his death would be 5.
yeah,
Cause hey, who's not to say this nigga? They said, hey, we're just gonna take you out of this situation and hide you. But then why would they not kill him? He's better off dead than alive.
yeah,
So I'm kind of leaning more towards the niggas dead as fuck. But
yeah.
yeah,
Put in a fake
uh,
dummy. It wasn't really him.
yeah, yeah. All right, and we're gonna. What is your score on that one, Izzo?
Mm, a three. Say a three.
Okay. Okay, actually, two more. UFOs are real and aliens are real.
Like those are the last two, or like those are one
No, no, no. We got one more.
after that.
One
Okay.
more.
UFOs are real, and that aliens are real as well. Um, that's a no brainer for me. That's like a 9 or a 10.
Okay.
I truly believe that there are beings, not like
Yeah,
humans, but like
not they.
others.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
other things that aren't us that are alive in the universe. Because this shit is so vast, bro, and it's just one universe out of like
Okay.
who knows an infinite number of fucking universes that are just compiled together. And them boys, we're not the only. It's like it
Yeah.
would be foolish and what's it called? Ignorant to believe that we are so much more advanced as a species that we were the only one to have survived in any of this. So of course not. That's a 10 out of
So,
me. I think
so you're admitting reptile people exist. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
reptile people do not exist, but aliens probably.
But okay. Mine is 7. I think 7. Yeah, 7. I don't
Okay.
really have nothing to elaborate on there. There was a time though. This one nigga told me his theory was that the reason why the United States hasn't got bombed or anything like that, and we've been close but never anything happened, is because we have a peace treaty with aliens, and that the aliens protect us from nukes and shit like that.
And what do we do
So
for them? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what the
that's
fuck
the
the.
scary part. Cause you
I
imagine,
guess
dude.
we don't kill them or so. I don't know what his theory was,
I
but
think for
I think it
that,
was.
I think most people say that the U.S. or something lets aliens abduct a certain amount of people or something like that. I
Oh,
think is
okay,
what
yeah,
I've
that's
heard.
interesting. Okay, now that's kind of freaky. Um, under the guise of that, I don't know if that's all true. Because
Yeah.
I think they're just as smarter beings than we would ever be if they can come to visit our planet at whatever time they would want to. Because we can never do that for them, or maybe we do and we just never talk about it. But I don't think we have the ability to do that because we're not that smart of a species as someone like an alien would be if they can come visit us, and we can't do the same for them, right? Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. That's an insane thing too, because it's like that's interesting how like I put it like, oh yeah, we can't get bombed, or like asteroids don't hit us because we have a peace treaty with the aliens, so they keep us safe. And it's like under that, what do we do? And it's like what fucking Isai says is like, oh yeah, we send a couple of people up there so they could probe and like study us and shit to make sure that we will never
They
I don't
eat
know
us.
outsmart them or some shit. They'll eat us, yeah, so they can live. I don't know. That's interesting, but yeah, I do believe they exist to a degree, like 9 or 10. What about you, Big Back?
Okay, my question is, if I say it's like a 10 out of 10, does that mean I also have to believe that they built like the pyramids and all that dumb shit that people say aliens did?
Nah, I
No,
don't. They
Okay,
just
no.
specifically say
then
aliens. Yeah.
yes, I would say I 10 out of 10 I believe they exist, but I do not believe they did any single thing of like creating the pyramids or the
Yeah,
Stonehenge or the head island, the Eastern Islands or the fucking Incan head or whatever. No, 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 no. I don't believe none of that bullshit. No fucking aliens helped build the goddamn pyramids, but I think they do exist in some way, shape, or form. Whether they came in contact with like humanity or not, I don't know, but I do believe they exist.
facts.
Okay. 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 And last thing, I'm kind of gonna go group it into one big topic. Uh, but is well, it's gonna be two parts. Michelle Obama is a transgender.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Okay.
and that the government is pushing sexual LGBT, I don't even know how to say it, uh a LGBTQ agenda on us to feminize our men, and that they're feeding us hormones or something like that. I guess that's part of the
Like
thing,
the
but
Impossible Whopper that had
yeah. So
estrogen.
I'll go first. I'll
Oh
go
my
first.
god.
So
Yeah.
basically the main questions is that the government is pushing LGBTQ stuff on us and our kids, and Michelle Obama is a transgender. I'll put that one
Okay.
in there.
Okay. He said I put that one in
The
there.
Michelle Obama, this shit's like a I don't fucking know. I don't know. I would say a one. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't believe it
and
either.
the other one I would say like a three. Uh, just to branch off, some people believe that they're even going as far as to putting stuff in our food. I think Alex Jones said they're making the frogs gay,
They're
Oh
making the
yeah.
frogs gay.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. No, I don't think. I don't believe either part. So under that, I would say a 1 out of 10. I don't think that they're feminizing men to a point where we've lost all men, because obviously what is the biggest guy out right now is what Donald Trump, and he's the man's man, right? He believes that he could touch women whenever he wants. That's what the man's man is, right? He believes he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue, no one would care because he's a man's man. And I don't believe they're pushing any kind of agenda to like that to feminize our men, or put food into to like have us like have low testosterone or some shit like that, because it would make no sense for us as a collective unit. Because if that's the case, then who would procreate to to have a future, right? Like if there's not gonna, unless they're just saying like, oh, 70% of the
I
population is now
guess
gonna be low
I
testosterone,
guess
and
it also too goes into the thing of they could just conquer us as people for the world order or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah,
New
it's just
world
some.
order.
Yeah, this is what crazy niggas say, but yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't very much see it. But
Okay, Isabel.
Okay, for the this guy for the Obama Michelle Obama thing, no, that's just a 0 out of 10. People are just legit. They're just saying that because they're fucking racist and because they just wanted to find any reason to shit on fucking Barack, dude, on the
yeah,
man's. Because come on, let's be honest, they just didn't like him because like I know they didn't like some of the things he did and some of the things he like signed off on. But let's be honest, majority they hated on him was because he was black. He was the first black president, and then they want to try to find any sort of shit to just like smudge his image. So they're like, his wife is a tranny. Like, come on, they come up with any excuse to like, because you'll say, well, she had kids. Well, she had the kids before, or she adopted them before she met Barack, and it's like, come on, man. It's just really ridiculous, the excuses that
yeah,
they find. And then what was the other one that they put hormones in our food?
They're
yeah,
basically pushing the
That's
LGBTQ agenda.
no.
Just to context, some people believe they're putting things in our food.
I just say that's a one. I really don't believe that. I mean, I do believe there's estrogen in the Impossible Whopper, but I'm just
probably.
kidding. Um, I started eating those things and my hips started getting really wide. But yeah, no, I don't believe that. No, I mean, I think there's just naturally like I think people should be more worried about what they're fucking eating instead of like is if there's chemicals being put in my food. Like, come on, dude, you're eating McDonald's fries. You're eating like radiation at that point. Like does it really matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go
Okay, and
fucking.
then so I guess the brand topic is media. With all this being said, kind of
Yeah.
like a points of shit y'all have heard and stuff like that. How do you think like I don't know, I guess it's just if y'all want to take the time to rant about people just believing anything or shit you've seen people believe in just in general from like social media anything. That was just completely like there's dumbasses really believing this.
I think
Mm,
I have one because it's
yeah.
going back to the whole thing of like people really believe that like the government is again it comes down to the government trying to poison us, and I'm like that's not how that works. I think. And not even I think the problem is it has nothing to do with government trying to poison us and kill us all. Because then again, who's gonna run like the country if there's no people to be in it? You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
politicians are gonna fucking run like these giant ass. They're not gonna go and work like the 12-hour shift at a fucking nuclear power plant or like at a fucking I don't know, like at a food production like fucking facility or something. Again, I think the problem with what I believe is what's happening is that there's just such poor like management of like these like company not like like these food production places. Like there's just such poor management because these companies cut costs, find loopholes and cut costs to like actually manage it well, like health wise, that diseases just break out because that's what happens, and that's why
Yeah.
we're getting sick, or there's a lot of like diseases suddenly coming out in all this food. It's just because it's just poorly run like business. That's it. You want the people vote for like for the government to not get involved in like big business, and this is what happens. You're gonna get fucking shit quality in food because the government can't intervene with like that type of stuff. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah. I was
China
just gonna say,
poison us.
to add on to that, I definitely think it makes it easier just to blame some higher entity, some higher thing, and be like, well, um, they're turning the frogs gay because my son's gay. Like instead of saying like or just saying like, hey, or they just like to make any excuse, bro. I think that's what it
Yeah,
is too.
any excuse than the actual thing.
Yeah. To make it feel like themselves a little better. Speaking of another thing that makes it feel better, real shit. Do you guys think that Joe Biden's has not been the president for the last 2 years, last
Sleepy
3 years?
Joe, dude.
Yeah, you think
And that was the
you think
theory
it's been like
too.
you think it's like been his
Like
wife or like
somebody
What the
controlling
fuck?
them or they're just
He's
yeah
been
programming it.
EP this whole time.
he's been sleeping this whole time, dude.
That's crazy. That's he's the figurehead of the country.
Yeah, I mean that's how they really are. But I don't know. You think they really send him on like these fucking these missions to
I
go to like
definitely don't think he's
North Korea?
capable of running. I think I could see it. I don't think it's extreme because niggas make it seem like the nigga is a puppet. Like
He needs a nap.
uh, I definitely do think though there's niggas in his ear. Like I think there's some nigga like, hey, this nigga don't even know what he's doing, what he's talking about,
Yeah,
and I think that's why they let Camila go or Camilla. I don't even know how to say the bitch name, but
yeah,
her go for president because the niggas is literally incapable of it.
yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. Dave, you what do you feel about the media? Or people just believe in everything?
Um,
You think it's true? People just believe
I think yeah, I think people just believe anything without properly informing
one
themselves of it.
research.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's super easy just to look up Twitter, be like, oh my god, someone shot Donald Trump. I hope he's fine. I hope everything, but without actually doing the proper. Not saying like it was fake or anything. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying like
Yeah,
for an
yeah, but like
example.
not even, and then
Yeah,
they
just
don't even have research. A lot of
yeah.
things I hate that people do is like this shit is really a problem. Motherfuckers will act like, hey, I'm a doctor and this,
Oh
and
yeah, Twitter
that's not
doctors.
true,
Yeah,
bro. That shit happens so much,
yeah.
and or like people being experts or uh just spreading false information and saying and some people actually believe like I've done the research. Where's your research? Nigga ain't picked up one book. Nigga seen it on like the shade room and now he's
The
saying that that's true.
shade
Did say on a Twitter
What the
post.
fuck?
Yeah, literally, dude. That's kind of what I've been. Yeah, I do think that people
Yeah,
do
and we're saying
do
on
believe it.
in real topics too, and I think that's what's so fucking wrong with politics is that like people don't do their research, bruh. Like
Yeah.
if you say like me and Isai was just talking about PS4 Pro. I thought I seen an ad for it, whatever, cool. That's not really that important. But nigga, when you're making decisions on what's gonna happen and you go off of a 10-second video, like nigga, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Problem. You should actually do your research instead of getting a Twitter education, a Twitter GED, a Twitter degree.
Twitter GED is like
GEDs is crazy.
Like
Just,
Twitter
goddamn.
BA,
just sign up for Twitter Blue already.
Twitter Blue.
Instagram degree.
Craziest thing ever, man. Instagram degree is nuts. Holy shit. Yeah, nah. People don't be doing the research. They see the first thing and they're like, yeah, this is real. I think it's more prevalent too in like Facebook, right? Like I feel like
Dude, they they watched One Piece on the reels.
But y'all
facts.
ever see that shit of like the black people like well black people, let me not say the black, that sounded hella racist.
Black
But
people.
saying
Everything.
they were Chinese and it'd be like
Yeah.
AI or
The
some shit.
Afrocentrism at this point. I wouldn't even say it's that. I would say this is like some new Twitter extreme. That's crazy.
And it'd be like AI and niggas are actually believing it. Like we
Oh my
were the
God.
first Asians
They were
or
the first Native Americans.
we
Did you
were
know that?
actually first fucking what is it called? Uh what are them giants?
No, yeah, there's
Oh,
giants on Earth because the Bible said so that giants existed.
Yeah.
native.
I think he believes in giants. That's why he doesn't want to say anything.
I don't believe in no goddamn giants or copper people or avatars.
Copper
Copper
people? What the
people.
fuck is copper
Yeah.
people?
And in the yeah, it's some stupid shit.
No, it'd be interesting if some people actually believe that dinosaurs didn't exist, and that the fossils were laid there by other
Oh
people
my
that they just
God.
created.
I've heard the argument, and they literally say, why did they just start finding them now, huh? If they've been there for
Yeah,
so long, why did they just find them like 200 years ago? And I'm like, are you fucking stupid? I mean, fuck, it's called pick up a book. Nobody had interest in digging for fossils because they didn't know they existed yet. It's that fucking simple. Then someone decided, hey, let's just dig or something. And then they found bones, and they're like, what if there's more bones? So they kept fucking digging everywhere. God damn it. That's literally how it worked for the simple-minded.
yeah, dude. That'd be an interesting discussion to have with someone who believes in that.
God.
Well, Mr. Popo or Bone. That's it.
Bone
That,
wish popo.
that's
Yeah.
all. That's all you got for today.
I thought I already ended. I already ended it.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. But he didn't even tell me it. He didn't tell me that I was gonna go crazy right now.